turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
Tony, welcome to go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio.
I just want to say thanks for making my millennium. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a love fest.
Yeah, you heard that story.
Yeah.
So I guess should I tell it again?
Oh yeah, if you want. I mean, yeah.
You know, you guys are into comedy. Does it really help when somebody gives the punchline?
All right, and we are on. Hi, everybody. It is Monday. Welcome to the Knock'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Hey, wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. We're thrilled that you're watching. We appreciate the support very much. Wherever you're watching from, please share the link on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. But if you want to participate in today's show, want to hear your name said, want to hear your comments read, well, please switch over to YouTube. That is where we monitor the comments. Just like John Rusciello says, hi, everyone. Hope your weekend was great. Jeff Boshi's checking in. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. The Knock'em Dead Comedy Show. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governors Comedy Club, and Jeff Scelzi is here.
I'm here. How did that go? The legendary.
The legendary, I think. The
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah.
I made up a word.
I'm here.
Jeff is here. Nice to see you, pal.
Nice to be seen.
You are still, though, you are continuing to fail in your Beatle fandom. No excuses. No excuses. I did not. You saved yourself. I was going to embarrass you live on the air because I noticed when you got here that you are not wearing any type of Lennon Beatle-related shirt.
I ran out of the house.
Yep.
It did not click that today was the 8th.
Jeff was sitting here. We're doing all the social media stuff, and all of a sudden he goes, oh, it's December 8th. And I just looked at him and went,
I did not realize it was December 8th. Just a little off. But, it happens.
But you are going to score a few points back because you may go into the city tonight.
I might. Yeah. I usually go and hang out in Strawberry Fields, and people are there with guitars and playing Beatles songs and John Lennon songs.
People walking
singing
around
the
crying
place.
and stuff.
No. Everybody's just it's like a big little love fest.
Oh,
in a sense,
like an orgy.
But too cold outside.
Oh, it is too cold. It is cold out today.
No, it's nice. It's really cool. It is cool.
How did you find out?
Find out
that
45 years ago?
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning for school, and my mother goes, I have to tell you something. Because she knew John was my favorite. And she told me, and I was just like, we're 10 years old,
Yeah.
But it was a massive effect on us at that age.
Oh,
still,
of course.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was terrible. The first probably tragic event in my life like that, I guess.
Well, yeah, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember being online outside our classroom that morning in Fort Lane Elementary School, 5th grade, Mrs. Hanson. She was not a nice lady. But
Mrs.
anyway.
Hanson?
Mrs. Hanson, yeah. Had the gray hair, the beehive, anyway.
I'm with you.
Before we lose track here. And one of the girls in front of me, Diane, she goes, you heard, John Lennon was killed, right? I was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, I'm like a zombie about it. I'm just, online.
Why did she say it like that?
Because, we're 10 years old. Yeah. And she's, he was shot 6 times. I said 5.
Get it right, Diane.
But yeah, so it's very vivid still.
Oh, sure.
Very vivid. I remember the spot in my house as I came out.
Oh, when your mother told you?
Me, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. You?
Same thing. Very, very similar story. Although, no, not my mother. Because it happened late at night, right? Wasn't it like 11:30?
Well, my mother saw it on the news that night.
Right. I don't know if my mother saw it on the news or not. Nothing was said at my house. So 10 years old, 5th grade, I was still living with my grandmother. My grandmother was a very devout, strict, old school Catholic. She used to rip our Beatle posters off the wall.
Yeah, you telling me that.
She hated. She swore that the song "Let It Be." When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. She said Mother Mary was slang. No, was slang for marijuana.
Oh God.
And we used to fight with her. There were some songs where I couldn't. like, why don't we do it in the road?
Like, no, Grandma, that's Mary Jane.
Yeah, right. Like, I know that. But why don't we do it in the road? That song, like, we couldn't play that because I played that, I think, once in the house. She went nuts.
Good God.
Yeah, there were certain things. But that one, like, no, Ma, his mother's name was Mary. She died when Paul McCartney was 14.
Yeah.
He wrote that about seeing his mother in a dream. No.
So let me guess, Grandma was probably like, did you hear John Lennon was killed?
Well, no, that's what I'm
saying. Right.
My guess is that she didn't know, or she wasn't a big TV watcher.
Oh, no.
So nothing was said in my house. I didn't know until I got to school. And I had Mrs. Baker, who was also not a nice lady, also had the Beehive.
I guess it was,
Nasty woman. And I'll never forget, she was just nasty. And then one time her husband came to visit her, but during class. He was also a school teacher, not in Hicksville. I don't know why he wasn't working. But anyway, but I remember he was trying to talk to her, and so all the kids are talking. I guess it got too loud for him. This guy screamed at us. The whole face got eyes popping out of his head. I remember it scared the shit out of me.
Really?
I did not like Mrs. Baker at all. But I remember
her husband that did it.
Yeah, her husband, but she yelled a lot too.
I'm like, yo, bro, you ain't my teacher.
I know, but it just freaked me out because I just couldn't believe how loud this guy yelled, and his face looked like he was going to murder us. But yeah, so anyway, I didn't like her. But yeah, Marnie, you probably, how many girls in our class named Marnie?
Yeah.
Marnie was sitting in front of me, and I remember she said, "Mrs. Baker, did you hear John Lennon died last night?" And I just went, "What? What?" We were. I was going to say we. I don't know. I'm not sure about Frank. I definitely was a little bit of a late bloomer to becoming a Beatle fan. Saturday Night Fever was like the big thing when we were kids. Like, so we were like just getting into the Bee Gees, but then
and Grease.
Well, some people get into Grease, which I have more to say about that later.
Reply on that
but because of the Bee Gees, we went and saw that horrible Sgt. Pepper movie that they made.
God, I never watched that.
Oh,
I refuse.
It is awful.
That's what I've heard. I'm like, that gotta waste that time.
From watching that, though, that's how we discovered the Beatles. We were like, so what is this music? Like, so, and of course, we knew some of the songs because Beatles songs are everywhere.
Yeah.
But it was really from that movie we were like, oh, we got to go. At least for me, I think with Frank too.
Stuff.
Yeah, I had to go back and really listen to what this was. And my Aunt Marie, and my Uncle Phil, who were still living in my grandmother's house when I was a kid, and they had got married and moved on, but they had left some records behind. And my Aunt Marie especially, she had a lot of original Beatles albums, which I still say to this day, some of them were worth money, but of course we just destroyed them like idiots. But that's how. So I was just getting into the Beatles at that time, and I remember Frank was begging my mother for Double Fantasy because that's the Lennon album that had just come out a month before he died.
Christmas.
Okay, but I don't remember if it was before or after he died. I just remember Frank was begging for this, and my mother took us to Sears. And we were walking towards the record section, and we were probably 20 feet away, but you could see it. It was like right in the front of the rack. And I remember Frank just like yelling, and he ran ahead to just go grab it. But I remember we listened to that album like crazy. Just like Starting Over, still to this day, I think is my favorite song by anybody. Like of every song out there, I think that is my favorite song. And I just remember we played this album like crazy. And it was around that time. So, yeah. So
did you go over to the needle and skip over each other song? Or did you play the entire album?
I think at the first couple of listens, we did the whole thing.
Oh, God, no.
But
I've never done the whole thing to this day. I'm not even joking.
Most people don't. Most people do. For those who don't know what we're talking about, the album Double Fantasy, it's a John Lennon Yoko Ono album. So every other, they leapfrog. It's a song of his, a song of hers, a song of his, and so everybody just leapfrogs.
I've never listened to that whole album to this day. I think maybe if I heard any of hers, it was probably like the very first song of hers on the album, and then I was like, nope, that's it, and I just wasn't doing it.
There are a handful of songs of hers that I like.
No, I don't
Walking on Thin Ice.
I don't even want to hear it.
They put out an album in the early 80s of other people doing her songs. Lennon, Harry Nilsson, Elvis Costello was on this thing. The album is not great, but I like some of it is, a couple of songs are good, but I like that premise. Almost like Bob Dylan. Like, he's such a great songwriter, but his voice sometimes just goes right through you.
Yeah.
Same with her. If she just wrote and other people performed them, they'd probably be better received. But I think that's why I laugh so hard when I listen to her. Because I remember there's a song on that album called "Kiss, Kiss, Kiss."
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the one I heard.
And I remember thinking, like, what in the world is this?
Yeah.
And then just laughing at her, like the sound effects and the noises she makes. Like, I remember laughing and being like, I have never heard anything like this in my life.
I'm not even, honestly, and I'm not even a fan of listening to Sean sing. So
No, I'm not either. And same thing.
I think he tries too hard. I think
it doesn't sound good.
And he's like, it's through his nose.
He sounds like he's crying. Yeah, he's very nasally. But same thing. He's got some great songs that I wish somebody else was singing them because I'd like them more. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Hey.
That's actually pretty good.
I thought it was Yoko. That's not Yoko.
You thought it was her on the line?
I thought that was Yoko on the line.
Hi, Yoko. How you feeling today?
I think Yoko's crying because it's a sad day.
I think poor Jeff's going to hurt his throat if he keeps doing that.
I already hurt my throat last night.
I knew it. As soon as I said he's going to hurt his throat, I was like, oh, no.
Just open that door.
Oh, yeah. You're
wide
welcome.
Open.
You're welcome
like
for that
mouth.
softball.
I mean, who doesn't like it wide open?
How are you, pal? Are you all rested up after your busy weekend?
Oh my God, it was horrible, but I'm still alive.
Well, that's good.
So last night I saw the Pentatonics. It's like a harmony group. They sing a cappella, whatever it is.
Yep.
The gin and tonics?
Pentatonics.
Oh, Pentatonics.
Thank you. Look, Jeff knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
Two Jeffs needed the correct Tony.
It's a Jeff sandwich. Another softball I'm throwing at you. Yeah. I am not familiar with them. They're an a cappella group?
Yes, and they were playing at the UBS last night, and they were performing all Christmas songs.
Oh, nice.
You should look them up. They were actually really, really good. I'd never heard of them before until the missus told me. And then, so I actually enjoyed it very much.
Oh, very nice. Look at you getting a little culture in you.
I know, right? I get a little something in me every time.
I was going to say, you keep lobbing these things up.
Yep.
Anyway.
Well, it's so big you have to lob it. So I was 2 years old, so I do not have the memory like you two about Mr. Lennon. But
he looks so
let's
much
see,
older
a little trivia for Jeff. Where was Lennon assassinated?
You call that trivia?
Yeah, come on now.
Come on.
All right, go ahead. Tell him.
The Dakota building in Manhattan, West 72nd Street and Central Park West. If you want.
Wow, so much enthusiasm. Is that the fucking Dakota or something?
I'm waiting. There's something here. You gotta go ahead.
No, there's nothing else. I just figured that's as much as I know.
Okay. Yeah.
But now here's something else that creeps me out, and I just realized.
Yeah.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
One of your hosts that you have during the week could be possibly a descendant of the shooter.
Could possibly be a descendant of the shooter. I'm going to assume you're talking about Michael Kaplan,
I was going to say the same name.
But I haven't been able to. I can't really figure out why.
No, there's a Mr. Hirschman, but he goes on Facebook as.
Oh, that's pretty funny. So Mark Hirschman, Hershey and the Keegs every Tuesday at 9.
Yeah.
His name on Facebook, it doesn't say Mark Hirschman. It says Mark David.
That's right.
That little son of a bitch. He doesn't have the hair in his ass to shoot somebody. He can barely yell at somebody, let alone shoot them.
Oh man! But anyways, how was your weekend? Was it fun? Was it eventful?
It was jam packed.
Yes, it was. I know you. I don't want to switch subjects. I'm pretty sure you're going to tell everybody later on about the amazing weekend that you had having your show over there.
Yes.
And the surprise guest. I was surprised that everyone. I didn't get a chance to say hello, give him my list that I needed to have fulfilled for the year, and I was surprised that he was there this weekend. But either way, let me let you get on with your show, and I'll talk to you later. And I'm gonna scare this person when I do this. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Toodles.
Jeff Posey checking in.
I thought he was lobbing something up there for me when he actually
So did I.
he was killed. I'm like, I don't know
So
if I
did
trust this.
I thought he was going to tell an off-color joke.
Yeah.
Which Beatle has his back turned to the camera on the back cover of Sgt. Pepper?
I think that was it Paul?
It is Paul.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have had to think that hard about it.
I got it.
Did you watch the anthology? You told me by today you were going to watch it. I know you didn't.
I was hoping you wouldn't remember that.
Which Beatles song is about a girl who plays one-night stands?
About a girl who plays one night stands.
Come on. It's in the lyrics. That is one of the lyrics.
This is like only my second cup of coffee.
Oh, you're killing me. What is the name of George's first solo rock album? That you should be able to rattle off the... Come on.
Things must pass.
There you go. All right, you redeemed yourself. Good morning, Romeo.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you guys?
What's
How was your
happening, buddy?
weekend?
It was great.
right.
How about yourself?
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Good.
It was beautiful down here, in the 80s and everything. So let me tell you my experience of that night.
Okay.
Okay. It was about 11 o'clock at night, and, of course, we were in the Bronx. And as Jeff will know and other guys would know, you will know, there's different frequencies in different boroughs.
Right.
With police radios. So we get and we were young cops, and our sergeant turns around and says, go to Manhattan frequency right away. So we go, it's 11 o'clock, we're just going to get off, we're doing 4 to 12s. 11 o'clock, it was a level 1 mobilization, all Bronx units, all right, in different squads, report, all right, to Manhattan North, which Dakota, it was in Manhattan North.
Yep.
So we didn't know what was going on. So the sergeant turns around and says, listen, just get down to Manhattan. And once you get to Manhattan, you're going to muster, all right, at 96th Street, and they will, they'll be supervised to tell you what to do. Well, they squared off 10 blocks of the Dakota.
Wow.
It was like the president of the United States got shot. And we didn't know what happened. We had no clue. And we were asking other cops, and of course we were from the Bronx. We didn't know what was going on. At about 11:15, they turned around and said, John Lennon got shot. And we were shocked because not only we were shocked that John Lennon got shot, but it wasn't, they wouldn't do that for anybody else unless it was a law enforcement or a political figure.
Right.
But they went all out for this. And I remember the homicide detectives the day later turned around and said it was just unavoidable. It was terrible, and it could have been avoided. And I don't know why they said that, but obviously it came out. It was weird because we were out of our cars in the street, and for 10 blocks they shut off. You could see a pin drop. No, there was no pedestrian, no cars, no anything. It was just a terrible thing.
Now you're supposed to get off at midnight. You said so. How late did you end up staying there?
6 a.m. They released us at 6 a.m. In those days, overtime was just ridiculous. You made your money with overtime. You didn't make your money on your salary.
Yeah.
I mean, we were getting paid nothing.
Yeah.
But especially rookies, But again, we didn't know what was going on. We were just told nobody, pedestrians, no foot traffic, no vehicle traffic, nobody. And it was just...
Oh, you're talking about just for the investigation?
Just for the investigation.
Oh, see, I just in my head assumed because so many people congregated in that area, I thought you were there for crowd control.
Well, they congregated, but before we got there, they got rid of all those people.
Oh, okay.
They made everybody move. This is just for the investigation. I mean, they were looking into sewers. They were looking into manhole covers. It was amazing. It was just, you know.
Well, so they thought because the guy didn't run or like they grabbed him. So
there.
what did they? So I guess they just had to make sure he acted alone.
Exactly. That was one of the reasons. Number one, they actually thought it was a conspiracy.
Right.
You know,
right.
I mean, you're talking about John Lennon, the Beatles. They didn't know what was going on.
Right. Yeah.
But I remember, like they were looking under cars. Wow. It was just amazing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's something. And then I'm sure you probably did make more overtime in the week or two after because so many people hung around the Dakota for.
Yeah, no, the Manhattan Task Force took care of that.
Okay.
They didn't know what the reason why we were down there. They used all personnel in Manhattan, you know, for the investigation. We just went back. You know, it was like a 4-alarm fire.
Yeah.
You know, you get different agents from different towns and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me. So I'm going to talk more Lennon with Jeff in a minute. But while I got you on the phone, when did you start on the force? What year?
I went in the academy in 1979.
Oh, 79. Oh, okay. Because I just, for the first time, I saw the movie Dog Day Afternoon this weekend. First time I've ever watched it.
Never seen it.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. I thought about you while I was watching it, but that was before your time.
But I was a cadet. I was a cadet in high school. So, but I went in the academy. Actually, I went in the academy in '78. I got my field in '79. But I was a cadet since high school.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, you know what I'm talking about, Dog Day Afternoon. But that was back in '72.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my very dear friend Randy Ferguson worked on that case.
Oh, okay.
Who was in many films and movies. He was in The Godfather. He was in Contract on Cherry Street.
Oh,
but yeah, those guys were. You know. Anyway, that's a story.
Good story.
And that's the bottom line, guys.
Yeah.
All right. One last question. All right.
Sure.
What does a blind gynecologist do?
Feels his way around? I don't know.
Read lips. Goodbye.
Okay.
How have I never heard that?
Well,
that's good.
But if he's blind, how's he reading lips?
Well, it's like Braille, kinda.
I don't know. I think it's a deaf gynecologist.
Oh yeah, you might be right about that.
Oh, wait, still funny. Still funny.
Well, that actually makes it even funnier because now I can make fun of John. All right, let me read some comments and then we'll get back to what we were talking about here. Wow, a lot of comments here. Very nice. I love seeing a lot of comments. Mickey is watching. Ann is there. Let's see what's going on here. Fremder, of course, the Beatles taught me how to spell A before C, letter B.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yoko's terrible. She should have jumped in front of John when she had the chance. Yeah. If they only knew or they had more time, somebody could have pushed her right in front of them. Carol is watching in Texas. Good morning, Carol. It's been a hard day's night, and I'm pretty shot.
Oh my God.
Goodness. When John pulled out, he had a yellow submarine. Everybody's just saying hi to each other. The only softball Tony throws is the one that drops out of his underwear. Yeah. Kenny Friedberg is watching. Cosell announced it on Monday Night Football. It was devastating. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. He did. Right. And then there's you can hear audio on YouTube. There was a Stevie Wonder concert that night. And somebody posted audio of him telling the audience before the concert was over.
Really?
And you just hear big collective like that. Yeah, it's interesting to hear. And then Billy Joel, too. It's also on YouTube. He ended up like jumping on his motorcycle, going to some dive bar. He was just riding the bike for a while, ends up pulling in a bar. A band was playing, or they had a piano there or something, and he ends up just playing Beatles songs all night with whoever was in the bar. And then he called into NEW, the radio station that used to be good. Yeah. And I forget the DJ, but he just sits there and talks to the DJ for a few minutes. And it's interesting.
I think who could have been Dennis Elsis?
Yeah, maybe.
It was usually the nighttime. I forget.
So Carol's asking, Do you remember where you were when you heard the news of John? Actually, Carol, we actually did that already. we kind of started the show that way. Sorry you missed it. But yeah, Jeff and I, both of us, Jeff heard it at home before he went to school. I heard it in school. But yeah. So do you have a favorite Lennon song from when he was in the Beatles and a solo song? Or you can't narrow it down?
Yeah, but see, I know we talked. I can't. I mean,
Just Like Starting Over, like I said, my favorite song, I think, of all time by anybody. I just love that song. It rocks. It's romantic. The performance is great. He sounds great on it. I love that whole album.
yeah.
Minus. You know what I mean.
No, again, I can't. I can't pick one.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's impossible.
What if we went to by an album? Favorite Beatle album, favorite Lennon solo?
No.
You can't even do that?
I can't.
Oh, that's interesting.
I can't.
All right.
Yeah.
Lennon, I think, has at least in his solo catalog, I personally feel he has the least amount of bad songs compared to the other Beatles. Like, I mean, let's face it, not everything any artist does is gold. Not like McCartney has a ton
He's got
of
a ton
crap.
of things I just wouldn't listen to, unfortunately.
But he's also
I listen to everything from John.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Everything from John.
But
one song I don't like,
which is
the woman is the not woman. Woman is the of the world. I don't like that one.
Yep.
I don't know the meaning behind it. Why I just I didn't care for that. I won't listen to that song, honestly.
Okay. But to be fair, even while Lennon was alive, I think he also put out the least amount of work. While during the 70s when the Beatles were
absolutely.
During the 70s when all four were still around putting out solo work. I mean, then of course, since then, of course,
but whatever he did came out to me, it was good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm saying that he put out the least, and it was all good. But he also put out the least. Like maybe if McCartney put out if he put out less, maybe more of it would have been, maybe his albums would have been better. I don't know. Because even when they were all alive, McCartney, I think, blew them all away with the amount of work he put out.
He kept going. Yeah,
that guy to this day is a workaholic.
He was trying to change his style with the times, like that little disco era. That was terrible. I don't know what he was thinking.
But even throughout all of every era, he's put out some gold. He's put out some shit. Mm-hmm. I just don't.
But no,
I don't think Lennon
he's
did.
He's a workhorse.
Right,
he's definitely a workhorse. The workhorse of them all after the band broke, in my opinion.
But so again, that's my point. Yeah. Lennon put out less, so maybe he was able to kind of pick and choose a little bit. Oh, what's this one I wrote? Oh, that's terrible. You need to throw it out or something, But I just don't. I'll listen to that song. It's not my favorite, but I'll listen to it. Which is interesting.
That is the one and only song of his I really don't care to listen to.
Well, and it's interesting you say that because they just a month ago put out a box set. It's called John Lennon, New York City. No, it's called Power to the People. And it's a New York City box set because he put out an album in the 70s called Sometime in New York City.
Yeah.
He did the Live in New York City concert. So this box set is the Sometime in New York City album remastered. It's the live concert. It's demos. It's outtakes. But that song is not there. They omitted that song from the whole box set. You won't find a single version of it.
Wow.
They omitted it from the original album, the concert. There's no demo, nothing. They completely got rid of it. Which I understand it.
I think that's wrong though.
But I don't like the rewriting of history. You're right. I don't like that.
No, that's like woke bullshit.
Right. Yes. Which I'm sure I would guess Sean Lennon is probably of that mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so, but yeah, it's great. It came out great. I love this box set. It was really well done. But, 45 years ago, man. That to me is nuts, too.
That's crazy.
45 freaking years ago. Yeah, it blows me away. I still can't believe that, and anybody like John, and I don't mean this as a dig, anybody that's listening or watching that's older than me, I'm sure you guys have been going through this, but I just can't believe I have memories going back 50 years at this point.
Yeah.
It just blows me away. All right, let's see. What is happening here? Good. Oh, okay. So everybody's just catching up. Cosell announced it on Monday Night Football. It was devastating. Saw that already. Where did John Lennon get assassinated? I'm going to guess in the back. What? Where did John Lennon get assassinated? I'm going to guess in the back. I do believe
most of the shots were from behind.
Yeah, so I don't know what from.
But didn't he? I think he didn't yell out, "Hey, Lennon" first.
Yes, he said he yelled out, "Hey, Mr. Lennon." John turned around, and that too. You have that eerie photo from just a few hours before, where Lennon's signing an autograph for Mark David Chapman, and you see Chapman in the photograph. He's looking at Lennon as Lennon's signing it, and he's got that weird smile on his face.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable, man.
Like, not that you can change history, but it's like they always said whenever he came home from the studio, normally the limo would pull into the foyer, and this night he just said to drop him right there. That's just like crazy.
It is crazy,
and
it's weird to me. I mean, I understand it. He loved New York.
Yeah,
and how many photos?
And the people,
right?
New York.
Well, that's the thing. How many photos are floating around? Where he just, taken by random people who happen to have a camera and they took a picture because John Lennon's just walking by himself, or him and Yoko and Sean, just walking down a street or walking through Central Park, or riding a bicycle.
Yeah. I like that one video you see him and Yoko walking through Central Park, and there's these guys on the basketball court.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, John Lennon." He puts his finger, through the gate. "Oh man, how you doing?" And John was nice enough to go over to the fence.
He yells, "When are the Beatles getting back together?" And John goes, "Tomorrow."
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
So you can admire and appreciate he wanted that kind of freedom. Anybody does.
But at the same New York.
But that's what got him.
New York is the place you're going to get that freedom.
Yes,
because
but
most of us around here in New York are just like
right. And you see celebrities. I can recall plenty of times just walking down a street in New York City and passing a celebrity.
Yeah.
I met. I just lost his name. He was in The Godfather. He was in.
Al Pacino.
No. He was. City Slickers. He was City Slickers with Billy Crystal. He's also in Harry Met Sally. He plays Billy Crystal's best friend in both of those movies.
Oh.
He's the little guy with the high voice. He was in Good Morning Vietnam.
Vietnam. Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, he played Robin Williams' boss, and Robin Williams busts this guy's balls throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Oh, what's his name?
The guy was like, yeah,
the high voice.
Yeah.
Great actor, though. He was in The Godfather. He was... Oh,
you saw him going down the street?
Yeah, I walked past him in the street one day. We said hello. Conan O'Brien, who was a dick, but Sebastian Bach, I passed him in the street one day. I was walking down the street once, late at night. It was like midnight. And I turn a corner, and I'm making a right, and a guy comes across the street. We end up walking around next to each other. He's not really famous, but he's a guy at the top. Well, in the late 90s, he made a few records with Ringo.
Oh, was it the sax player guy or something?
Oh, no, that's a whole different story.
Okay.
But this guy's name is Gary Burr. He's played with Tommy Shaw of Styx. He's played with Carole King. He's been around quite a bit. So we end up just kind of next to each other, and I just turned and said, "Gary Burr." And he did a double take, and he goes, "You know who I am?" He goes, "Nobody has ever recognized me on the street." I said, "Well, yeah, I do." And we talked for 2 blocks. Bruno Kirby. Thank you, Kenny. I knew somebody would put it in the comments. Thank you for that. Bruno Kirby, yeah. He was cool. So it happens, and you can appreciate Lennon wanting that and doing that, but at the same time, it is kind of weird because that's
what did him in.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it was Harrison.
By somebody who wasn't a New Yorker.
Well, true. He came here all the way from Hawaii to fucking do this. I think it was Harrison that said that all three of them beefed up security for a long time after that. And then they laxed on it after a while. And then same thing with George. He didn't have tight security. Right. Broke into his house and kicked his ass. Stabbed him, I think they said, 40 times or something? No? 20 times? It was a crazy number. And Harrison fought this guy off. Not that I want to see video, but at the same time, I would love to see video of a Beatle kicking ass.
Yeah.
Just punching and beating the shit out of someone. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Friend, I didn't understand the, in the back. All right, so John did mess it up. So he thanked you for correcting him.
Got your back, Johnny. Got your back.
John, that is going in the memory bank. The next time you pick on me for something, I'm going right there. That's where I'm going. Okay. Kenny Freeberg's favorite Lennon song is "In My Life." Very nice. Yeah, that's definitely a top 5.
Yeah.
Ann says, I remember Lennon death like yesterday. I was driving home from an event at the Masonic Lodge and had to pull over and listen to what I just heard. Wow. Well, yeah, right, because over there had been like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So it's still early for everybody to hear the news. Yeah. If I sit too long listening to the Beatles, I get a Ringo Around the Star.
Oh, Fender.
My goodness. Carol, I was sleeping over at a friend's house and woke up that morning when her sister ran into the room yelling, "John's dead." We all freaked out, saying, what? Because her sister had a brother, John. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Carol says it was 40 times.
Was 40. Wow,
Damn,
thanks
crazy.
for... Yeah,
crazy.
Insane.
You know what's a great John song you don't really hear a lot? Working Class Hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working Class Hero. That's up there for me. With
Me
John.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. And it still holds
that album
true today.
that it was on is just...
That album
it's a
is
great album.
something. Like,
It's a great album.
Because he was going through some tough times, and that album was like therapy, and you can feel it in that album.
Yeah.
He sings that song "Mother" about his mother and his father leaving him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heavy album.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Working Class Hero is
Love
amazing.
is on there.
Love is on there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a great album. Great album. But yeah, Working Class Hero, definitely one of the tops.
Yes, without a doubt. Woman, I think, is just a beautiful song.
Yep.
Yeah. And even the one that came out after he died, Grow Old With Me. Oh, my God. What a beautiful song. It was a shock. I like one.
It's annoying on so many levels. Like, of course, the family being robbed of their husband and father and whatnot. But what we could have potentially heard from him, since he was just getting back, in the game. After taking some daddy duty time off,
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, Starting Over to me is my favorite song. And that whole album, and the one they put out after he died, Milk and Honey, that stuff he was working on the year he died just was so good. And just he was mentally in a good place. I agree. What would have come, I think we would have had some great stuff. And then you think about stuff like Live Aid. I personally believe the Beatles would have had a legit reunion.
Yeah,
at some point.
Potentially, sure.
And then he was even planning in 1981 he was going to do a tour, which he never toured.
No.
After the Beatles split up, he only did the one concert. He did an afternoon on one day. He did the afternoon
feature,
concert and the evening concert.
Yeah.
That's the only full-blown concert he ever did.
Yep.
He made some guest appearances here and there, but so he never toured. He was planning on touring. And then the guys that he was going to tap in the band, some of them have given out information. And they said he was going to do like some, I forget who it was. Somebody put out like a slow version of "I Want to Hold Your Hand," like a nice love song type.
Oh yeah.
He was going to do it that way. He was going to do the song that way on this tour, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Would have been interesting.
We're geeking out on John Lennon today on December 8th.
Yeah.
Carol, I had the Newsday cover hanging on my wall for years. Such a loss of music. And he should have hit Yoko instead. Oh, my goodness. You don't wish anybody dead.
Yeah.
We just wish, somebody would have seen the gun and just stopped it from happening. Do you remember years ago, there was an MTV movie about John and Paul, and they end it with planning to go on SNL together. Well, yeah, I do remember that movie. That was
an actual...
Right. Aidan Quinn played McCartney, and I forget the actor's name who played Lennon. I still see the guy in movies occasionally. That movie was based on a true story. I mean, very loosely based. It's not a very good movie. But I think it was the first year of Saturday Night Live, first or second year, Lorne Michaels gets in front of the camera. He holds up a check for $3,000, and he says, this check is for the Beatles if they will come here on the show and reunite. And he goes, I don't care how you split it, just take the check. turns out, Lennon, who was living in New York City, McCartney had gone to visit Lennon that night, and they were watching it together.
Yeah.
And they actually looked at each other and said, should we run over there and collect this money? And they said, screw it. So they didn't do it. But yeah, that movie is loosely based on that, the fact that they were there together. But yeah, have you seen this movie?
No.
It's not worth it. It's pretty bad. John, don't you feel like a tough guy picking on an old man? No. No. First off, I never feel like a tough guy. And I don't have sympathy. You're not that old.
Yeah, really.
And no, I don't have sympathy for old people. Old people.
Just because we were 9 years old when he went in the police academy. I mean,
exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Are you getting cold?
The heat is on.
Is it?
Yeah, but it is a
my
little
thermal
chilly.
indicators are protruding.
Let me see what's going on here.
Yeah.
You're right, though. It is chilly.
It is
here.
chilly. I didn't mean to drag you off camera.
No, it's all
Everybody's
right.
probably like, Tony, don't go.
It is.
It says 70, but
it
it
says
was
70.
toasty when I walked in here, and now not so toasty.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
I want. Yeah, I don't know. It does. It feels like it's not on. I think. I wonder if the heat went out or something. But I don't know. Should I restart it?
Maybe.
Let me see if that helps. All right.
Don't mind us, folks. We're just getting a little nipply in the studio here.
Yeah, I did.
You hear anything? I hear nothing.
No. All right, turning it back on.
Anyway.
You're right. It was working when we first started. All right.
And I'm sure over time he would have ended up with Maypang.
Possibly. Our pal.
Yep. She loves when we bring her pizza.
That's right. All right. I mentioned I watched Dog Day Afternoon this
Never
weekend. That
seen
was
that
good.
in my life.
No, it's good.
I'll
It was
check
good.
it out.
I recommend it. All right, I'm going to talk about two things that from this. I have a bunch of things to talk about from the weekend, but there are two things I'm going to talk about, and then I want to talk to you about your weekend.
Okay.
And I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to quickly thank the Nassau County Police Department. Friday night, the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit, we had our annual Cops versus Kids basketball tournament. We've been doing this for several years now. The Nassau County cops come in and they play some basketball games against our special needs participants. It's heavily supported by Nassau County Police. Commissioner Ryder, he didn't make it this year, but he usually does come, and he's very supportive. And the officers have a great time joking around, playing basketball with our guys. We dedicate it to one of our participants who we lost a few years ago. His name was Chris Garsk. He was only, I think, 23 or 24 when he passed away. We also dedicate it to our basketball coach who passed away 2 years ago. Todd Kohler was his name. We do it this time of year every year. We ask for toys, donations, and the Marines come in and they collect the toys and then they deliver it to Toys for Tots.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just a great night, and I just wanted to thank the Nassau County Police for their continued support, and it was a wonderful, wonderful time, and so that was that.
Cool.
Saturday, I want to quickly mention I had the pleasure of meeting the best booth in baseball. From my right, from my left going to right, that's Ron Darling, Gary Cohen, myself, and Keith Hernandez. The best booth in baseball. These are the guys that call the Mets games. And if you're a baseball fan, you've never heard them, you might not be a Met fan, but I just suggest you check them out anyway because
I love listening to them.
I'm not being biased because I'm a Met fan. I truly believe these guys are the best. If these guys were calling Yankee games or any other team, I think I'd still say no. These guys are great.
Glad you got to go because I know there was
there was a chance I wasn't gonna make it there.
The picture you posted, I was like, oh, he made it
yes.
there. Good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was really excited. This was not only was it in Wantua, which is near where I used to live, but even still, maybe 15 minutes from where I live now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But it was also, so my daughter was bowling. Her bowling league is Saturday mornings in Wantua, which is, I mean, this was literally a mile away. So I'm like, how perfect is this? I can go meet these guys and then just shoot over to bowling. So it was great. It was great. It was put on, as you can see in the background, by Coach's Collectibles, which is one of Peter Schwartz's sponsors. But it was weird. So if you look at the picture, Ron Darling looks miserable.
I was going to say that.
So I don't know what was said, but the guy ahead of me in line, he goes up. He's getting, they're lining up for the picture. He says hi to the guys. After the picture, he walks up to Ron Darling. He whispers something in his ear. Ron Darling's whole body language changed, and he was mad.
Really?
And the guy, I think he was baiting him, like, because you see, he did like a quick, what? Ron Darling looked at him and went.
Looked at the guy?
Yeah, at the guy, and went like that. And the guy just kind of shook his head and he walked away. I was like, what? And so now I'm mad. I'm like, that's what I'm going to, So I went to him first. I said, Ron, happy holidays, you and your family. Hoping, and he just went, thank you, you too. But you could tell he was like totally deflated. Met Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez. I was a huge Hernandez fan. Mookie, my all-time favorite Met, but then Gary Carter was a close second, and Keith Hernandez after that. But I'm standing there taking the picture, thinking to myself, this poor bastard, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Took the picture, and then I turned to Hernandez, and I showed him this. This is me and Keith Hernandez in 1999. I actually had the pleasure of having dinner with him. You can actually see it in the background, a big picture behind my head of Mickey Mantle. This was Mickey Mantle's restaurant. Me and some buddies were going to a Mets post game. They had made the postseason in 1999, and we called. This is, internet was around, but this was before it really took off. Like, you didn't go to the internet to find ticket brokers back then.
No.
So
we go online at Ticketron.
Yeah, but we found some ticket broker because we wanted to go to the game. The face value of these tickets were $50. And again, we're talking 20 plus years, 25 years ago. So the face value was $50. This guy was selling tickets for $100 a piece. So it's double. And back then, $100 was like, I can't believe we're paying $100 for this. But we're like, screw it, we're going to do this. So we committed, and he said, okay, you have to come to Mickey Mantle's in the city to pick the tickets up. So we were kind of pissed. Like, we got to go into the city to pick up these tickets when we're just going to Shea? So we go, and we walk in, and this guy obviously had to deal with the restaurant. We asked for the guy. The person at the door points. There's a whole section that's like roped off. And the sign, is dinner with Keith Hernandez. And we're like, what the fuck? Turns out the price, the $100 for these tickets included dinner with Hernandez. We didn't know. So we're looking at it like, this is awesome. So we go in, we're waiting. No assigned seating of any kind. Hernandez comes, he sits at an empty table that we just happen to be standing by. So we sat that
take the seats
because there was probably about 50 people. So it was it was like 5 or 6 tables of 10, but again, no assigned seats. So we're sitting there. It's not like he's at one table, we're in the other, and we're like dinner with Keith Hernandez. We're we actually sat at the table, talked baseball with him the whole time. He was awesome, but it was actually kind of interesting. So we're sitting there having dinner. He's talking, drinking Heineken, right? If he finished the Heineken, the second he put it down, he's like, you'd be mid-sentence with him. He would be mid-sentence. So I was telling that guy, can I get another Heineken? And he would not relax. Like, he wouldn't be like, can I get a Heineken? So anyway, no. Can I get a Heineken? Heineken? Somebody? Jeez. And then when they finally put a new one down, then he turned. So anyway, like I was saying. Yeah. So we were laughing about that. Funny. So anyway, I showed him this picture. He looks at it and he goes, what's that? And I'm thinking, I wanted to say, what, you don't recognize yourself? Yeah. But I just said, that's me and you, 1999. He looks at me and he goes, He goes, wow, you look a lot younger. I was like, you prick. So I just looked at him, I go, and you don't? And he just kind of basically did one of those, and I said, nice meeting you again. And I because they were whisking people through.
Yeah,
so I didn't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
So I split.
We somehow got to find out, do some digging, and find out what this asshole said to Ron Darling.
It's not like
because I thought the same when I saw that picture. I'm like, what is
he
Ron's
looks
problem?
miserable.
He looks pissed.
But it's not like somebody coaches collectible was like, hey, like this guy, almost like we are here. There was like everybody was doing something, whisking people, grabbing the next person's phone to take the picture for them, and like checking tickets. Like everybody was doing something. This guy just had like a quick moment, just like I did to show Hernandez the picture. Same thing. Nobody else was looking. Everybody else was just doing other things. It was just me and Keith. We had a whole 10 seconds to ourselves. It's the same thing. It would only be Ron Darling himself that would be able to turn, and which, not that I have access to Ron Darling, but if he walked in here right now, I would not want to remind him of that and change his mood.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would ever ask him if I got, just if I ever had the opportunity.
But you could have said to Keith about how much younger you looked. I would have been like, yeah, Keith, well, you know what? I fought cancer, lost a leg. What's your excuse, buddy?
Well, honestly, that is something that hit me later.
Yeah.
It was cold on Saturday.
Yeah.
I wish, if it wasn't so cold, I probably would have thought to wear shorts, and I could have showed them the leg.
Yeah.
I do have
the Met leg.
Right, that's what I'm saying, the Met leg. The second time I ever met Mookie Wilson, I had shorts on, and I had this great. He even said because he was just doing autographs. The second time I met him, and I had shorts on. I showed him, and he said, "He goes, all right." He goes, "We're taking a picture with that." So I have a picture. He's sitting, and my leg is right next to him, and I'm bending over, just smiling into the camera. But he's like, "Yeah," but So I didn't get a chance to show them that.
Yeah.
But I actually did. I felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this jerk off said to him.
Remember, we ran into Ron Darling with a bunch of guys at work. We went to a Met game. Usually, every year we do a Met game. It's probably 25 of us or so, 30 of us. And we were coming down in the elevator. So we usually get some nice, package. Coming down in the elevator. And he was in the elevator with us. Ron Darling.
Nice.
Got a cocktail in his hand. You could tell he was feeling okay.
Yeah.
So all of them like, Jeff, you ask him for a picture. I said, all right. So I said, Ron, when we get out, we should take one picture with our guys, American Airlines. Yeah, okay. Just one picture, though, because he wanted to get going. And don't you know, I got one of the guys in our group. Oh, can I just go with my phone? I said, Kevin, I'll send you the picture. We got one. I said, thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. Check it out. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. But, I said, Kev, I'll send you the picture. He said, one picture, he'll be nice enough.
Exactly.
But you always get that one guy.
Yep, absolutely.
You always get the one guy.
Yeah. He did. He seemed like a good guy. When we were waiting online, we were waiting outside. Like, we didn't even see him pull up. Like, I don't even know where he parked, but he didn't have an entourage, nothing. We were all online, and the guy, two or three people in front of me just happens to be looking behind him, and I hear him say to the guy he's with, he goes, "Here comes Ron Darling." So I turn around. He's probably like just a few feet away, and he just comes walking up. He's all by himself. He's carrying Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and he's just walking up. Like he's just like an everyday dude. There was no like entourage.
Yeah.
Like he just didn't come across as one of those pampered celebrities. Okay, Mr. Darling, you're going to get out here. You need to walk.
Right.
Like he didn't pull up in front of the place, get out, run in. Like
did he come off the train?
He might have. He might have. The train station's right there. I don't know. He was just a regular guy, just walking right past everybody. And and then when people started to realize, like, hey, Ron, he was just, hey guys, hey, how you doing?
Like I say, regular dude coming down in the elevator. It didn't faze him that
Right.
he was in there with us. We were with him.
Yep. And these guys too. So when I had dinner with Hernandez, he was very talkative. He was very friendly. He doesn't come across that way to me on TV. He comes across a little prima donna-ish, but he wasn't at all. And then even here, every single person that came up to take their picture, he was the first one to put his hand out. Hi, nice to meet you. Like it was, but all three of them were super nice. And then they had it where, like, the line was like this, to come, meet them, and you had just But where they were taking the pictures, so it's like a bank line. They have those ropes, so it was like that. And where I was the first one in my row, and they didn't have us walking up. They would just go, okay, this line. They do the whole thing, then they would move over, say, okay, everybody in this line, go up. But they were right in front of me. I guess closest this camera is to me. That's where I was. So I got to watch everybody go ahead of me. And so I saw them saying hi to everybody, being friendly, big smiles for everybody. They were just really cool guys.
Good stuff.
Carol says yes. Ron looks pissed. I wondered what you did. Love Mike Keith. Maybe those thermal indicators need some grease.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, Tony's Viagra is a bottle of Mookie Wilson's. That's right. Mets are playing here in September. Road trip. Oh, is that right? Oh, we might have to do that. We may have to do that. All right, so those are the two things I wanted to talk about. About my week. I have more about my weekend. I am going to tell you guys about the big show this past Saturday. But before we do that, the movie Grease has been mentioned a couple times. And how, somebody, even if the wife isn't around, just wants to sit down and watch.
If it was on. It was just on.
Sure it was. Of course, I understand.
It's just on.
But to add to that, we had the big show on Saturday. You did not come to the big show on Saturday. And where did you go instead?
Well, there's a whole
No.
thing.
It's a very simple.
thing.
It's a very simple question.
No,
Where did you go? Where did you go?
I went to see Air Supply with my wife. But do we get to at least elaborate on that?
I mean, I'll let you elaborate.
Well,
but having said that, I don't think there is any elaboration that can save you. I'm just putting that out there.
I think the ladies out there listening right now will beg to differ with you, Tony.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
So, months ago, my wife said she wanted to go see them. And I was like, all right, well, I'll take you. I'll take you on. We'll go have a nice night out, Not, the band, I'll say, I got to go see them ever. So I said, yeah, I'll take you. We'll go right here in Westbury. So fast forward months and months later, you'd create the night that you had this past weekend that I was supposed to be at, since you were highlighting your co-hosts that night. And stuff
That's
like
right.
That.
Yep.
While I have still at this point not gotten the tickets for the concert that I promised her I would. And then at Thanksgiving, she goes, that concert should be coming up. Did you get the tickets? And I go, nah, I didn't get them yet, but there's probably still some available. So she looks, and it was the same night as the show here. So then I went, had that kid going to Christmas Story? So she goes, always something. I want to do something comes up that you got to do. And I was like, no. I said, I told you we'd go. I said, I won't go to the club. No, you got to go. It's highlighting your co-host, and I don't want you to miss that. And I said, nope. I said, I'm sure Tony will understand. And she goes, we'll figure it out. So that was Thanksgiving Day at my in-laws. So right up to the morning of the show, it was the decision. Because the night before we talked about it, she goes, no, we'll just go. What if I don't? What if I only like one or two songs they play? I'm like, more than one or two songs. I said, hon, I told you we'd do this. That's what we're going to do. I don't know. I said, we'll go out to dinner, have a nice night. Going back and forth. So the next morning I'm at work and I'm looking at tickets. Fucking things almost sold out. There was like scattered seats left. I was like, holy crap. So. All
right, the heat's back on.
Yes, it is. So. So that
now
morning,
mine are showing after seeing you do that.
No, thank you. So that morning she goes, so what are we doing? I said, I got the tickets. Woo! She was all excited.
Of course.
She was excited as could be. And she's right. There was also something else that night that she wanted to do also, but she saw it was the night of our thing here. She goes, we'll just go to the club. It was something called Krampus, some weird holiday thing with these creatures of some sort.
Yeah,
anyway,
somebody just mentioned that to me recently. I never heard
it was
of it.
It was at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. So that was one of the other things, but we had already known we were going to blow that off for the comedy thing. But then when she saw the concert was that night, I was like, I can't, all of a sudden now two big things I'm not doing because coming here and whatever.
Right.
And the Air Supply thing was first.
No, all right. So I was just busting your balls, of course, and I get it completely. However, I get it completely. However, there was a text that I received.
When I said, I said, you know what? They're actually pretty fucking good. I think it was the it was a good show. It was
Air Supply. It wasn't like Van Halen opened up and you could say the show was good. You're saying Air Supply was good.
For their 50 years later, the guy still sounded great. His voice was still there.
Okay,
and I give him kudos now because he's inked his ink. He has 10 times more than me.
So
that little guy, he's inked like nobody's business.
And what does that mean?
I'm just
he's inked.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm sure a lot of his boyfriends loved the fact that he's inked.
Their wives were there.
All right.
But anyway, no, it was an entertaining show. Little meet and greet that we had, and this way my honey could meet them afterwards.
Which is nice.
She
autographs.
She had a blast.
Oh, she got a picture.
Yeah,
with them.
autograph.
Right.
Autograph.
Oh, got an autograph.
Autographed album. She had a blast. It was good. It was worth it.
I'm all out of love.
I would have loved to have been here.
I'm going to get to that. But I'm all out of love. What else do they sing? I mean, it's been years since they've had hits, but they still pack in concerts. They still pack it in, if you know what I'm saying.
I will say it was sold out just because of this.
No, there's still a big draw. So I know they must have had a lot of other hits. I just don't remember them.
Yeah. Let's see here. I could tell you, and the concert was like an hour and a half.
Okay.
So,
was there an opener?
No.
Oh.
No opener.
How many songs did you know?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, and you surprised. I was like, oh, that's that.
Were you looking up their songs?
Yeah, I got the set list.
Oh, okay.
So they opened up with "Sweet Dreams," which I wasn't too familiar with, and then the next song was "Even the Nights Are Better."
Oh, okay, I remember that one.
Then "Just as I Am."
Yep.
"Every Woman in the World."
Okay.
"Here I Am."
Yep, I remember that.
"Chances."
Doesn't ring a
I don't
bell.
think I was too familiar. "Goodbye."
Yeah.
"Wrap My Arms Around You." And then there was a little break there where everybody went off, and Graham, the tall guy, he stayed on. That's a thing they called G's spot, because it's just him highlighting and talking a few things or whatever.
Whoa. Talking?
Yeah, he talked while he strummed and gave some story, about life and whatnot.
Bathroom break.
Yeah, it was pretty much that's what it is. But it was good, good to hear a story. Then Son of the Father. No, I wasn't familiar with
these
that
guys
at all.
are Australian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then came Two Less Lonely People in the World.
Oh, okay. I remember that one.
And then The One That You Love. Everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things missing here. Where's the rest of it? And then, it was a few more after that.
Do they end the show with All Out of Love?
Yes.
That was like their big one, if I remember right.
Okay. Here. Yeah, The One That You Love. And then Lost in Love. You know that one.
Yeah, I don't.
Making Love Out of Nothing at All. You know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And then Encore was, one song was called Without You. I don't think it's a Badfinger cover.
Oh. Yeah. Harry Nilsson
not them.
covered
not
that.
thinking them. And then the final song of the night, All Out of Love.
Did Harry Nilsson write it? No, he covered. Badfinger wrote it, and he covered it. Yeah, that's a great tune.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, not that I want to hear something.
So you knew the majority. You knew more than you didn't.
Doesn't mean I'll go.
Yeah, well, I went. Okay.
Was she very appreciative?
Big time. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. That's a yes.
So it was a good time. And we ended up, we ate at the tap room beforehand. Which was good.
Yeah, it is good.
It was pretty good. I had steak frites.
Okay.
Which was dynamite. But yeah, good night.
Jeff took the job as an airline mechanic because he was a beauty school dropout. Carol's right. She says, happy wife, happy life. You're absolutely
Carol.
Right. If the shoe was on the other foot, Walker, you would have done the same thing, says John. Absolutely. And I have. I've taken, I've told a story in here. When I was married to wife number one, I took her 3 times to see Barry Manilow. And same thing. I knew most of the songs. He is a fun entertainer.
I would probably go to him too.
I would never go to him. It would never be my choice to go.
Yeah.
And then even, I say wife number one, but Lisa's wife number one, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I've taken her. I've done things with her that, I would have no desire to do.
But then afterwards, I did reach out to you and see if you guys were still hanging. We were going to stop here for a drink before we went home, and you were just about to bail.
I was, and I should have told you to come because I was bailing, and it was literally 15 minutes after you texted me, I was walking out the door. Some of the guys had went over to Miller's, and I can't really get into it on the air, but I had to go over there to talk to one of them. So I did end up going there. I got home at 2 a.m.
Oh, my God. You dick.
Yeah.
So you should have texted me.
And I did. Yeah, but when I got there with the intention of staying for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, 10 minutes, it's like, 20 minutes. And then
yeah.
And then Lisa's texting me, where are you? And then I was like, all right, I'm leaving here in 5 minutes. And that's an hour later. I'm like, fuck. And I paid for it, man. I can't do that anymore. I was tired yesterday. No, well, maybe that's why I was so tired. Maybe I would have done better if I drank, but I was tired the next day because I had to get up at 8 or 9, whatever it was. But, I was tired.
I got up at 4.
Yeah, but, you saw Air Supply. You get to sit in your seat all night and just sit back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you were enjoying a high-energy, fun night.
Yeah.
You
wouldn't know because people were up there dancing around. And I was like,
is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It was
Air Supply.
Yeah.
I'm all out of love.
Yeah. So lost without you. It was,
Okay.
But,
hey, before... go ahead, sorry.
No. And then, so let me tell you this real quick before you get to your exciting night.
Much better.
I wish it was a different night. But anyway, so let's see. So Rod Stewart is coming to the beach.
Yes, I heard.
Last time ever.
Supposedly.
It's his retirement. He's never did a retirement tour before. So he's allowed at least...
The guy is 80, so...
He's allowed 3 more retirement tours.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
So my friends in England that you met, their dad's a big Rod Stewart fan. So I said to Mary, she goes, "Oh, Rod Stewart's coming." I said, "We have to go."
Yeah?
I said, "I've never seen Rod Stewart
I've never seen him either.
I said, I said, "I think it's his last tour." And she looked up, she goes, "Yeah, it says one last time, I think." Or
yeah,
like
last
that.
time around.
I was like,
or
"We
yeah.
got to go." And I said, "You know what?" I said, Charlie's dad is a big Rod Stewart fan. I said, "You know what? Let's call them tomorrow and see if they want to come over and go to the show."
Nice.
Because he's also a big Who fan, so we took a little video when we went to see the Who at the beach, and they loved the venue. They're like, "This place is great." It shit is.
Jones Beach is Pete Townshend's favorite place to play.
Really?
Yep. I've
Nice.
seen him say that in many interviews.
Oh, cool. So so the next day I look, still tickets, whatever. We called them up, we FaceTimed them. It was 8:00 at night over there, and Charlie's mom and dad happened to be there with Rob, and they
that's funny.
They had a dinner together. So I said, "Hey, what's going on?" They're like, "Hey, look who's here." And it was our mom and dad are like, "This is perfect." I said, "We called, just to maybe throw this out there, but there's going to be an artist at the beach next summer that I think you might want to see." And they're like, "Oh, who is it?" And they're like trying to guess. I'm like, screw it, I'll just tell you. It's like Rod Stewart. And her dad's eyes were like,
"Oh, wow."
I said, "So I'm thinking, maybe you want to come over," because they wanted to come over next summer anyway. I said, "This might be the perfect time." So Charlie's dad goes, "Well, I know there's 2 people that can definitely make it, Jeff." And I said, "All right."
That's
the
funny.
retirement life, you don't have to. It's like they didn't even think about it.
Nice.
They're like, "Oh yeah, we're there."
Oh, cool.
That's
oh, nice.
That's how retirement is. You say, "Yep, we're going." So all 4 of them are coming. We already got the tickets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already on sale?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and
Wow.
selling fast from what I understand. I mean,
I
it's not
bet.
sold out, but I'm sure it will
Yeah.
be by the time it comes around. It's it's in the end, July 31st.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
we're gonna have another week plus with them, and now their mom and dad are gonna come, and they're cool, just really nice people all around.
Oh, yeah?
They're mine and Mary's family, you know that. We love them absolutely. So it'll be good.
That's cool.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Some big concerts coming up at the beach this summer.
Oh, is it?
Skinner Foreigner.
Oh, okay.
Going to that. Chicago Sticks. Going to that.
I think I'm in double digits the amount of times I've seen Chicago.
Yeah.
There's like two original
know.
guys. Like most of the guys, almost every member of that band now weren't even playing, like they weren't even playing guitar in the hits. Like these are all new guys.
I'll still go. Styx is dynamite in concert.
Yeah.
Styx is awesome in concert.
Oh, that's cool. I saw Skinner with you once. They were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Nice.
But now, go ahead.
All right. Before I get into it,
Okay.
we just want to wish a happy birthday to Nick Greystone. Today he turns 63. No, he's. I think he's in his mid-40s somewhere.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Yep,
Cool.
happy birthday.
We should have had
Nick
him in with
Greystone.
us today. What's he doing?
I should have.
We could have had a birthday show with him.
I didn't even think to do it. I hope things went well for him. He went on Saturday. He went to Jersey Con. You know those conventions, Jersey Horror Con, I believe it was. He actually got. They gave him they asked him to have they gave him a table so he could have his own table to sell autographs and pictures with, because he's I think he's kind of known in the underground, he does thrash metal type shit, and but he does
He's
a lot
probably
of
somebody that would like Krampus.
Yes,
I could almost guarantee.
I wonder if it's him I heard about it from. It might be. Yeah, he does. He's into horror movies. He's made some horror movies. He gained a little bit of spotlight when Rex Heuermann was arrested, because Nick was one of those people that went to Rex's house, just stood out there, and he was interviewed by a lot of news outlets, and he had a hat that said Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So he actually went viral for a while because people were like, "Look at this psycho!"
That's awesome.
So so he had his own booth there. So I hope it went well for him, and we wish him a very happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, brother.
All right. Jeff, my friend, I'm glad you made the wife happy. And I love Mary, so I'm glad she had a great time. But this night, I'm actually a little mad about this night. Because Don and I have produced a few comedy nights in the Giggle Room. And some of these comedy nights we've actually gone to family and friends, like our wives and certain family and friends, and said, "Come, please come." And some of them
need a ticket sales.
Exactly. And some of these shows, the shows are good, but some of them have just been that good. Some have been some of them have been very good. Some of them have been good. There were, and there's been once or twice I was like, I shouldn't have had them come to this one. Well, I'm actually mad because this was the one they should have been to. This was the one, by far the best one that Don and I have produced so far. The audience was electric. It was just one of those nights you walk up on stage and say hi, and they laughed.
So I would have killed it.
Yes.
Fuck. Damn
yes, you would have killed it. We filled up a little more than half the room, so we were happy with that. But yeah, they laughed at everything. Everybody that performed was energetic. Nobody had a bad or an off set. Everybody was feeling good up there. I felt as a host, I was in the zone. I got a ton of compliments for my hosting abilities after the show. We had a lot of surprises. We had comedians that just showed up, and so we were like, go on up. We just had a super night. The show lasted almost 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And
Nice.
everybody was still still thriving when it was over. Everybody said, that was 2.5 hours. Everybody was like, it felt like an hour and a half.
Wow.
It was just fantastic.
The lineup. I mean, looking at the lineup.
Well, so here's the flyer,
awesome.
and it was a little weird. So there's the flyer, and like I said, we had almost half the room filled, but as of the Wednesday before, so as of last Wednesday, we had 4 tickets sold.
Oof.
So we were definitely nervous. Now, the last show that Don and I put together in October, we had a very similar week, and we ended up getting, I think, 30, 35 people. So we're like, no, we're going to push. We're not canceling. We're going to do this. Not that anybody suggested we cancel. Thank goodness. So we pushed, and thank you, governors. They posted it on Instagram. I think maybe even Instagram and Facebook. It was in one of their mailings. So thank you to governors for helping us out with the pushing. So we ended up with 40. And then, so let me show you some pictures. So also leading up to it, Allie Cam. You guys have met Allie. She's been on the show a few times. She did the last show that Don and I produced. And we liked her. We thought she did a great job. So we invited her back. So she reached out to me the day before. She had an issue. She might not be able to make it. Okay? That kind of stunk. Kathy Arnold backed out because she was sick. I do believe her show is on tonight. I do believe she's okay now, but she was sick. From what I heard, she even had a show on Friday that she canceled because she was sick. So that sucked. We're like, shit. So we're dealing with low turnout. Comics are, maybe, and of course it went through my head, like, oh, maybe they're here. They heard that it's a low turnout, so they got another gig. So I was like, fuck. But then I think, Friday I heard it was up to, I think 25 or 30. So that's when I felt better.
Yeah.
It's like they're definitely going to get more people Saturday during the day to buy tickets. So like, we're going to be okay then. But I still wasn't sure because Atmik Gupta that we said was coming on, we never heard from him. So he never showed up. And then, so it just wasn't, we were feeling a little back and forth with how the night was going to be. But then I get here that night, I'm told it's, around 45. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then neither me or Don heard from Greg Criticos, who was in here with us last Friday. And he's a powerhouse. And we were like, oh, hope Greg shows up. But it was fine. So I'm going to show you pictures. So like I said, the audience was fantastic right from the word go. And we started the show. We had a little surprise guest, as you heard Bosie mention before. Santa showed up. Santa started the show. Not only did Santa show up, but he threw.
Better not say popcorn balls.
No, not popcorn balls.
Okay.
He threw candy canes into the crowd.
Yeah.
So Santa came prepared. And look at these pictures. Looks like Santa's rocking out, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. This looks like a rock concert with Santa.
Yep.
Santa was the perfect way to start this show. And look, he even gave me a big hug. He recognized me. He remembered me from sitting on his lap all those years. Yes, from all the naughty days. Lou Pratz started the show off. Lou was great. He brought his son Brian with him, Brian is the number one comedy fan ever in the whole wide world. He always sits in the front and he laughs his ass off. We love Brian. And we love Lou. Lou is awesome. This picture I like because not only is the whole audience laughing, but I just want to show this picture because, like I said, we were spotlighting a lot of the hosts and the shows. So right there in the front of this picture, looking at her phone, that's Mike Keegan's mom. So she was there supporting.
Looking at her phone.
Yeah, true. But now behind her, that's the guys from the Circling the Drain podcast. That's the only picture I have of them. None of them performed. So they were just there to support and, like you said, hear their show mentioned and spotlighted. These guys, I really just wanted to thank them because they supplied a lot of the energy. They laughed, they were clapping, and it just, like, they started it, and then the audience.
It feeds in.
It's
Yeah,
all
sure.
contagious.
That's great.
They were great. And, of course, I did spotlight their show, and it was just a lot of fun. So they had a great time. This is Steve Kaminsky from the Steve Squared Show, which you'll see tonight at 6:30. Steve Kaminsky had only done stand-up once before, and this was several years ago. But
was that the guy that was in here with you and I one day, and he stood the whole time? No, that's not him.
Oh, no, that's
not him. Okay.
That's from Circling the Drain, the guy right in the middle there with the glasses and the hat.
Okay.
That's Sean Radford. Yeah,
okay.
He's a fun dude. So Steve Kaminsky, he comes here. He never hangs out at the club. So again, he's not a comedian. He's an actor, but he came in. He was welcomed by everybody. I personally think we made him feel right at home. And he went up there. He was comfortable. He was fun. And he tore it up. I mean, he really did a super job.
Nice.
And even the comedians afterwards, they were thanking him and they were telling him, wow, you were great, man. So, so that helped us set the tone, too.
Yeah.
One of our surprises was our pal James Grimm. He was here hanging out, so we threw him up there for a few minutes. And he was great. James, I like James. He's zany, but I don't know. I just like that about him. There's Allie. She rocked it. She looked hot as always, and she was a lot of fun. She did well. So, like I said, she almost didn't make it, but she was able to work it out. So, they loved her. They loved her. Mike Delaquila, who's slowly becoming one of the house regulars here at Governor's. Nice dude. He has never been on this show. We've been trying to get him for a long time, but he's a great guy. Again, he's another one. He actually bought tickets just to support, which I thought was very nice. So, of course, we threw him up for a few minutes. Now, This picture, everybody knows and loves this man. This is Joey Petroni. He does Good Times, Bad Times here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Now, Joey is also a DJ, and he had a show during the day. He did not think he was going to be able to make it. We're sitting there. The show had already started. We're in the giggle room, watching the show, and then boom, he comes walking in. I was thrilled because Joey is one of our hosts here.
Yeah, he's cool, dude.
So yeah, Joey's awesome. Love that guy. So he was able to go up for 5 minutes.
Except when he's got a hammer in his hand.
Well, it worked out because because of what you wanted to do with it. This picture here, you see Don. Most of these pictures are courtesy of Don. Don, after he did his Santa Claus bit, he sat in the corner there and took a bunch of pictures. So I just wanted to thank him for that. Greg Criticos did show up, and not only did Greg Criticos show up, but man, did he kick some ass. I've seen Greg many times. I think this may have been the best I've ever seen him. He just rocked the joint.
Now, he moved to Greece, didn't he?
Moved to Greece. He's been back for, I think, a month or two.
Okay.
Leaving, I think, in a few weeks. He's doing a tour in Germany and I think some other parts of Europe, and then going back to Greece for a while, then coming back here.
Cool.
So I believe he still has a place here. I think he's selling it, but he still has a place here, so it makes it easier for him to go back and forth. But yeah, Greg did a super job. Up next, the only Knock 'em Dead comedy show co-host that showed up to the show. That just the one. I'm not complaining.
Dick.
Rosie had a fantastic set as well. She did some stuff about her mother. I love when Rosie goes into characters. Her accents, her voices, her facial expressions are just fantastic. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. Rosie should do a one-woman show somewhere doing all of her characters. She did a great set. Next was another surprise, the one and only Tim Gage. Now, if you're a Long Island comedy fan, Tim Gage has been around for a very long time, at least 30 years, maybe even more. Tim is he's just awesome. He's hilarious. Again, just one of the legends in the Long Island comedy scene, and he's always been, from day one, has always been supportive of this room. Every time he's in this building and we're doing something in here, he'll walk in, and he spends time. He doesn't rush through it. He doesn't try to, take over. He's just a good guy. He's just one of the best. And he's also cousins with Colin Quinn. And there was one night Colin was here, and Tim actually pulled Colin away from whatever he was doing to bring him over to me and introduce me, which I thought was the nicest thing. So so Tim was here, so we threw him up for a little while, and he was just amazing. He was, as always, he was just great. All right, so now this next picture is me. There's a reason I'm showing this picture. I'm going to zoom in, so if you look closely, Lou Pratt was sitting in the front. So he started the show, and then he went and sat with his son for the rest of the show. Look at his face. Does that not say, Tony, get off the stage? Lou is like, what the hell am I watching right now? Yeah. No, I don't blame him at all. is that all right? Are you okay over there?
Yeah, I guess I'm hungry.
You're hungry, yeah. Damn.
I was like, wow, what is that?
Wow. All right, so next, our pal Mark David Hirschman. I do have some videos to show you, so I'm not going to say much about Mark. I'll let my introduction speak for itself. But Mark, again, I know I sound like a broken record here, but everybody kicked ass. Mark had a great set, and they loved him. So, it was really cool. Laura Patton, who you'll see tonight, just Kathy and Laura, tonight at 8 o'clock. Laura's a ball of energy. She's very funny. The crowd they just love her. They find her very relatable and a lot of fun. She reels them in nicely because she talks about marriage and talks about relatable stuff, but then eventually goes into some other stuff. Yeah, as you can tell from that photo. But she's just a ball of energy. She's a lot of fun. So she killed it. Another surprise for you, ladies and gentlemen. Richie Byrne showed up. Richie Byrne, another legend of Long Island comedy, been around a long time. One of the top guys in Long Island comedy and beyond. Used to warm up the Dr. Oz show. Has done a lot of off-Broadway stuff. Had a brief part. I don't know, for all you Sopranos fans out there, if you remember the episode where Tony's sister Janice was watching her kids play soccer on the soccer. Richie, I felt so comfortable because I knew everybody on this show. All right, so it's just about 12:30. If you guys could just stick with us, maybe 5-10 minutes tops, because I want to show some video and just get through this. So if you guys don't mind hanging out a little bit. So I'm going to show some videos from the night. And then I'm going to show, there's one video, the last video I'm going to show needs a little explanation, but I'm just going to show some videos from the night, starting with Greg Criticos.
I'm fucking dying. My dick is about to fall off. I almost had a stroke on the train one day, man. I swear to God, I'm sitting on the course of, on the F train and shit. I'm sitting there and I'm making like eye contact with this like beautiful woman and shit. She had nice big blue eyes and shit. And I'm like looking at her, but she had the mask on. I'm like, what's up with the mask? I take the mask off, I mean, COVID is over with, whatever. Why are you still wearing the mask, And I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh man, She's sitting on it and she dropped the mask and she had a beard. Fuck. Holy shit, that fucked me up, man. She had a real beard, like a fucking, like a beard, My dick jumped off my body and ran down the fucking hallway. I had to chase my cock down the block. I'm like, I'm back there. It's fucking... Merry Christmas. God bless, please.
All right, let's hear it for Greg Criticos.
Hate that son of a bitch. My name is Wee Wee. Hey, what the fuck, Wee Wee over here? Don't touch my shit, motherfucker. It's so easy to do that. Hey, all right. All right, coming up next, we have a show that plays every few weeks. It's a show called Good Times, Bad Times. The host is, he looks like he was going to kill you, but he's the nicest guy in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Joey Petroni.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight, man? So when I graduated high school, everybody signed my yearbook, don't ever change, stay true to yourself.
Don Silver played Santa Claus. Oh, he's still there. There's Don over there in the corner. There he is. On some Saturday nights, me and Don go into the studio and we talk to some of the comedians that are, playing the club that night. And they'll come in and talk about how the set went, how the audience was. We've had Shane Gillis, we've had Roy Wood Jr., right? We've had a whole bunch of big comedians. We have a blast. So look out for that. That's called Live from Governor's Green Room. That's the occasional Saturday nights. We also, on Thursday, another show that's not here, but I just want to mention really quick. Primal Scream with Nick Greystone. He just interviews a lot of people in the horror genre and stuff like that. And we also, for you sports fans out there, Sports Bash with Peter Schwartz. Peter Schwartz, if you're a sports fan, you know Peter. He's on WFAN. And he does a show twice a week in the afternoons. And the room got really quiet when I said that, so we'll just move on. No sports fans here today. But on my show, Monday through Friday, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show, I have a different co-host every day. And on Fridays I get a lot of views on Fridays because of my co-host. Because she's a lot better looking than this. But she's also a lot of fun. She's a great comedian and a great friend. You're going to love her. This is Rosie Fiumara. Hi, Rosie.
Thank you. Let's hear it for Tony Walker. I love this man.
And so can you for 1999.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting live comedy. I am so grateful to Governors and the podcast for being a part of this community. And with that being said, I grew up in a Puerto Rican Italian household. And you think they're different, but the women were exactly the same. We're loud, we're spicy, we're or hairy. My brother just asked me what I want for Christmas. I was like, I would love a gift card for laser hair removal. He said, for where? I'm like, my chin and my butthole?
9 o'clock. These two assholes annoyed the shit out of me. Kidding, totally kidding. It's a show called Hershey and the Keegs. They're so much fun. They're funny. They talk about sports. They cry. They do a lot of great stuff. It's one of my personal favorite shows, and the two of them are two of my favorite guys. They're both going to be on tonight, starting with Mark Hirschman, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Mark.
Let's hear it for Tony the Gimp, everybody. Come on. Gimpy Gimperton, right? How about that set from Rosie Fiumara? Wow. Woo. She's beautiful. Is she not beautiful? Jesus Christ, she's beautiful. Rosie's been doing comedy for 1 year, and she already has 37 stalkers. Can you believe that? Rosie. No, Rosie and I, it's not a secret that her and I would be dating if she didn't keep on calling the cops on me, Rosie. Yeah. Anybody have a teenage boy? I don't mean like at home, I just mean anyone have a teenage son at all? Anybody? What's wrong with these fucking morons?
Hi guys, how are you? How fucking cool have the guy with one leg go up and down this one step? I can't even go, my feet are too big for this step. What is going on? Guys, there's only like 6 more comics, so I'm kidding, there's not.
You guys have been a great crowd. You've been supplying energy. It's been a lot of fun, right? They're a great bunch. And I got to tell you, you will not be disappointed. The energy will keep on going because we have 2 more powerhouses for you. Coming up next, a little surprise for you. Just one of the best there is locally and beyond. He was the warm-up for the Dr. Oz show. But that show went off the air and now he's here. He's not only one of my favorite comedians, he's one of my favorite people. He's fantastic. This is Richie Byrne.
Come on, how about a big hit for Tony and the 48 comics growing up? And I wasn't even supposed to be here, and I really hate the headliner, so I'm not leaving for like an hour and a half. Fuck him. All right? You guys ready to? You can leave anytime you want while I'm up here. Fuck him. One day my computer was running slow. This is like 20 years ago. My computer was running slow. I'm talking. And my wife said something about you have to delete the cookies. Do you know about this shit? I don't know shit. I only knew how to do 2 things on a computer. Get my email and watch porn. That's all I could do. And my wife, one day my computer was running slow. This is like 20 years ago. My computer was running slow. I'm talking. And my wife said something about you have to delete the cookies. Do you know about this shit? I don't know shit. I only knew how to do 2 things on a computer. Get my email and watch porn. That's all I could do. And my wife...
All right. Yep. We're just talking. All right, so the last video I'm going to show before we go, it just needs a little explanation. So, so like I said, Richie was a surprise, but he was picking on Keegan. Is that the? Did I show that video already? Was that? I think I think it's a video I just showed you. Oh, all right. Well, the explanation is when Richie went up, he was picking on Keegan. He's like. He goes, fuck that guy. He goes, I'm better than him, so I'm going to stay up here as long as I possibly can and talk about anything I want. So he stayed up for a while, and he started telling stories from like various like high-level things that he's worked on and different celebrities that he's worked with. And Mike Keegan went up, finally, and he started talking. He said something about, I better be careful what I say because then, then Richie will run back up here to steal some more of my time. Sure enough, as soon as he said that, Richie ran up, grabbed the mic out of his hand, and told another story that involved Rachel Ray. And the place went nuts. That was just the fun of it. It was just like an old school show where the comedians knew each other. They can all riff with each other, share the stage together. Richie and I were up on the stage together, joking around for a while. It was just so much fun. I had such a great time. Thank you to all the comedians that performed. Thank you to everybody that came. Hopefully you can ride this wave. So, all right. So this last video then is Mike Keegan just telling a street joke.
I'm going to tell you a street joke. It's one of my favorite jokes. There's an older couple laying in bed, married 65 years. All of a sudden, the husband reaches over and starts touching his wife in ways he hasn't touched her in decades. He starts running his arm up and down her left arm, up and down her right arm, across her chest, down her side, up and down her right leg, across down her left leg, up her inner thigh. All of a sudden, he just stops, rolls over, silent. She rolls over. She goes, "Harold, that was amazing. Why'd you stop?" He goes, "Oh, I found the remote." Guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight. You were amazing. Give it up for Tony Walker, all the comics, Don Still. Tony's going to make it up here every now and then.
I thought Fender would have bought a ticket or something.
No.
He stole Fender's joke.
Stole Fender's joke.
Damn. Damn, Keeks.
I know. Yeah, unless maybe Fremder stole his joke. I don't know.
So now if I ever decide to get up there, I'm going to steal a little something from everybody.
I think you should.
Right?
I think you should. Congratulations, Tony, says Ann. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was just a great night. Thank you guys for always supporting. Thank you to all the Facebook pages that allowed me to post the link to the show on their pages. Thank you to the comedians. Thank you, Don, for working with me. It really was. It was just one of those nights where everything just went perfect.
That's awesome.
Really, yeah, we were thrilled, and we thank everybody for that. So, all right. So it's time for us to go. As always, I had so much more to talk about with you, but that's what happens.
We'll have to save it for another Monday.
That's right. Well, but you're here till the end of the month, right?
I got 2 more Mondays.
2 more Mondays. So, all right. So that's the Monday before Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will be, after that, I will be off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Well, actually, we got a bid coming up, so I'll have 1 week of Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll have a new bid, and I don't know what the rotation will be at that point. But
all right.
I'll know by the end of the month.
No sweat. All right, but you're definitely here next week, so that's cool.
Yep.
All right. All right, so we're getting out of here. Today is Monday. We got Steve Squared tonight at 6:30. We have just Kathy and Laura tonight at 8. As of now, the show is on. Like I said, Kathy was sick all weekend, but I did hear from her this morning, and she said she feels like she's up to it. So I think the show is on. Coffee with the Dog tomorrow morning at 9. Me and Diane, Tuesday Trivia tomorrow at 11. Peter Schwartz tomorrow at 1. Chris Roach and Hershey and the Keegs tomorrow night. So, so that's what's going on here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. We appreciate the support. We appreciate you guys sticking a little late with us today.
Yep.
Don't forget, speaking of great shows at the clubs, this Saturday at McGuire's, Knock 'em Dead Comedy performing a hilarious audience interactive murder mystery show. It's going to be a great one. This is a holiday-themed mob show. So please join us for that. That's at McGuire's in Bohemia. If you're in Nassau County, it's only a half-hour drive. So come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think I'm actually in here next Saturday.
Oh, really? Who's here? So Eric D'Alessandro was here.
That's the one.
Oh, you guys are coming to see him?
Yeah, Mary
nice.
wanted to see him. She watches him on
he's
TikTok or something.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
He's out there. Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Eric Tartaglione, you'll see on the Governor stage this weekend, and Kevin Dombrowski. Govs.com, Govs.com to check out the full schedule, make some reservations, go see some great comedy shows. And again, Knock 'em Dead Comedy, knockemdeadcomedy.com. We got, we have private, so Saturday afternoon we're doing a private show, then we're at McGuire's, and then Sunday during the day we have another private show. So we got a busy weekend. But go to knockemdeadcomedy.com and check out all of our information, as well as info on how you can hire us for your event, whether it's fun murder mystery shows or game shows. What else? Is that everything? Govs here? Yep, that's it. All right. So we're out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll see you tonight at 6:30 for Steve Squared. Thank you, pal, as always.
No, thank you, Tony,
we'll see you next week.
Next week, folks. Next Monday for
what
me.
do you, so...
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We've been suggesting that you watch the Beatles, before you come in here. But we understand there's things like Grease and
Such a
Air
busy
Supply.
time, holiday season,
Yeah.
Air Supply concerts.
So what? Yeah. So what's this week then? Engelbert Humperdinck is playing this weekend at Westbury. So
And
you'll
how
probably
did
go.
you,
see
how,
him.
how would you know that? Clearly, you were trolling him.
Well, because I was thinking of you. I was looking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
What gay
Sure.
things are available for Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye.